The Refreshingly Normal Podcast.
Good job, buddy.
I know, right? Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Refreshingly Normal Podcast. I am one of the hosts, Keefla, and the greatest host of them all
is me, Cree. And I'll just have y'all know we just did a whole podcast and he didn't press record. So here we go.
Was it a whole one, though?
It was a half.
It was a half, though?
It was, we had gone a little bit,
yeah, we
y'all.
did go. We went a little bit.
We had gone a little bit. So now we are.
We got it on the phone, though.
But now, so we are starting over, boo-boo. Anywho.
Yes. So let's talk about, first of all, how was your week going? Because this is Thursday. I mean, Wednesday. See, we both already. We got what a 3-day weekend coming up. Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend is coming up.
I just need an extra break.
I do need an extra break. I mean, everything is just the norm. Work, running. That is like what it is this weekend. This weekend was a pretty relaxing weekend. So really like chilled this weekend. I don't think got dressed, had lounge clothes on the whole weekend, but still did things like in the house and all that. But we haven't done anything anything too exciting happening this past week. Just the normal. I don't know about
your job, but mine we just started testing and it's tough.
Yeah,
because I got to read the test.
Oh, to the kids?
Yeah, read the test, read all the responses, and then some of you got to read again.
Yeah.
And then making sure I got all their accommodations, making sure I got all that. So I was like, I didn't have to do this in the gym.
Yeah. Well, I guess one exciting part is I always like to work with the students. I mean, I train adults, but it's always nice to get to work with the students. And so this week, got to work with some high school students. So I like interacting with them because I learn new slang. Like,
what you got?
What does 6'7" mean? 6'7".
I don't know about that one.
I don't know what it means either. And I feel like it means something else.
Look on your phone.
I meant to look it up, but I didn't look it up. And I kept telling them, I was like, what are y'all?
to look it up?
I meant.
Oh,
I said mint. I thought I said mint. I meant to look it up. And they were saying something about 6'7", and I was like, what is 6'7"? I don't know what that means, but I had a good time interacting with high school students this week. I think that was maybe the only thing I learned. They said something about a basketball player that's 6. I think they were just playing. I think they just weren't telling me the truth because I am
It said in slang, 6'7" means to leave quickly, get lost, or reject someone abruptly.
Okay.
That's one thing. That's
6'7",
a slang.
get lost.
Let me see
that
what
could be. I mean, they were creating posters about things that help them when they're having a challenging day.
And they was like 6'7", so they was trying to tell you, get out of here later.
They were not telling me that. It was that was on their post. Or what?
A new slang term, 6'7", or simply 6'7" has taken over TikTok, sparking memes, edits, and inside jokes among Generation Alpha and younger members of Gen Z.
So what does it mean?
The phrase traces back to the drill rap song Doot Doot by Skrilla, where the reoccurring lyric 6'7" is used.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. Some listeners believe it may be a nod to the 67th Street in Chicago. I doubt that. Reflecting Skrilla's background, but the viral wave came after fans connected the lyric to NBA player LaMelo Ball.
Oh, that's what they said, LaMelo Ball. Yeah, he's 6'7", I guess.
Child, why you?
But what does it mean?
All right, so TikTok users began editing clips of Ball, who stands 6 feet 7 inches, alongside commentary that he sometimes plays like a 6'1" guard. When the song beats drop, the 6'7" is heard. The edits highlights Ball's flashy, unconventional style on court. The meme soon developed its own format, with users adopting a specific hand gesture, moving palms up and down in rhythm while saying number 6'7" in voice.
It means nothing, does it?
Well, for us, my age group, that means jiggling them titties.
That's a So when they would do it, I said, it's got to mean something else.
That's
So
what it means.
it's just one of them little tickety talk things. So
yeah.
anywho, I enjoyed that this week, working with them and just working with them on building coping strategies and helping them to understand, what to do when life gets challenging, like how to tap into those things that help them to get through that challenging moment and just connecting with them in that way. So that was good. I got to connect with some high schoolers to do that this week. And
That's
I just
good.
feel like that's important because so many people lack healthy coping skills. And
Yeah.
so to be able to help them with that is something that hopefully will last them the test of time, right?
Yeah.
So.
Let's say these seniors are the COVID sixth graders, I think somebody said.
I don't know.
That's what I
Okay.
think I read.
Yeah.
And so, of course, that is a tough developmental moment, in middle school, right? Where some of them were shut down middle school because middle school teaches you tough skin. You know what I mean?
Did you know that for middle schoolers, the reason there's like, how they say middle schoolers forget everything. Middle schoolers are that during that time, their brain is pruning itself to prepare for adolescence. So when they're like forgetting things or they're very emotional, it's because their brain is doing some major work to prepare them for that next stage.
It's doing what we called well, not what we called, but what we related to, since I am a doctor of psychology, and since I am an expert at teaching middle school kids for several years.
Yes.
Some of the, I ain't gonna say the worst, so there was some of the most challenging individuals. Yes. It's like working out your muscle. In order for the muscle to get bigger, you have to rip those fibers up. In the process of putting your mind through the rigors of hormonal changes. So that's why it's like all of a sudden they're so aggressive because their mind is working out now.
Yeah.
It's trying to do all the small things that they're gonna, it's all the major things in a small amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's really working out. So when they start getting those emotional moments, those are the little tears, they like to say, that's what muscle soreness is. And then all of a sudden as they get older, it heals to make them stronger.
And you put on top of that, some of them, like where you were working, putting trauma along with that pruning process.
Just like working out. If you eat junk food, what you building?
Yeah. So it really is. Yeah. It really is a.
It's a very key point in most developmental stages.
So you add all the trauma of their life and all the things with that process. It could. It's like a make or break, right?
You know what I'm seeing, and now we're talking about this. So I don't want to do a study on it, but who knows? Some of the paperwork I've recently been reading, a lot of kids were not diagnosed with autism at a younger age. Of course, because sometimes testing and all that stuff. But what I have noticed is that a lot of them have been diagnosed with autism around middle school. And so when they're going through those changes, if there's already, like we said, inherent trauma in there, some of them need that. It's too loud. The walls is too loud. The lights are too bright. But they'll say visual. I mean, they'll put the sight with the auditory. Yeah. Say it's too loud in here. And a lot of I need to be alone. Push themselves from the crowd and literally just gazing out in nowhere. And so they say that a lot of that probably could have came from that COVID trauma.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying, so I'm seeing kids who would have developed that trauma probably right around 5th, 6th. When I look at their stuff, they were diagnosed
later,
like right in that little end of COVID with how traumatic it was. Yeah. So I wonder if somebody would do a study on that, trying to see, autism development, did it spike? Yeah. Or not development. What I'm looking for is when you classification of autism, did it spike during outside?
That time? Yeah. And even with that, like that, your whole prefrontal cortex, the development of it is delayed if there is trauma. It's delayed if you have some sort of disability. And so all of that impacts your thinking brain. So you have all these emotions and things that are already developed, your response to that, like the amygdala and all that. But then your thinking brain isn't formed correctly. So then that's why you see the dysregulation, because their prefrontal cortex is just not formed at where it should be formed to be able to regulate.
I wonder how much of a delay the prefrontal cortex is prone to if the person is experiencing inherited trauma. You know what I mean? The stress that mom went through birth.
Yes.
And now the kid is not, he may not show any signs, but it's, you know how
it's still, they're still impacted.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Because it starts in the womb.
Right, exactly. So I wonder what is the delay like in that too with people, which is crazy because, you know, that inherited trauma, it pops up out of nowhere. And you could just be, I don't know why I'm feeling. And it was like, baby, you're releasing mom and her mom stuff that has been poured onto you. And you're just the beneficiary of it.
Yeah.
Child, you get, let's get out of class.
So anywho.
Let's get out of the classroom.
All right.
Because I'll do my discussion post tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do something called Refreshingly Real Talk. Refreshingly Real Talk is where we have a, you know, nice topic of the week, but it's always grounded in love, parenting, marriage, or mental health. For example, what would you say is your greatest lesson you've learned from parenthood?
Okay.
You can repeat what we were saying before I press record.
I think it's important and maybe even, well, no, because I feel like there's a lot of guidance and parent support that is needed up to a certain age.
So you changing what you said?
No, I'm not changing it. I was getting ready to change it, but I'm not going to change it. But I think as your children get older, maybe thinking of like 17, 18, they're trying to decide college, trying to decide what adulthood is going to look like for them, that you allow them to lead their path, lead their own way. Just so I think for one, whatever happens with them leading their path, of course, you're just not going to leave them out all willy-nilly, right? Like, I feel like you still create a barrier. I'm gonna say a barrier, but a supportive barrier, right? Like a supportive net, because that's your role as a parent, you know. And so as they lead their own path, so it will, for one, maybe prevent resentment. And then also I think it would prevent not the pushback, but from them feeling, I guess, kind of like, what is the word I'm looking for? Not pushback from them, but from them feeling like, I don't want y'all telling me what to do, so they become more stubborn, or it's the
No,
word.
you said. I
the
mean,
word
those
is
are all
losing me.
words we've said it before, but yeah.
Yeah. So they just kind of become where they begin to move in a way to kind of do the opposite of what you want.
Your favorite phrase, oppositional defiance.
Yes, oppositional defiance. So I think it's important to allow them to lead their own path, with you being there as a safety net. Now, to me, I think it's like your safety net also can come with expectations, or what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely am not in favor of enabling people. Like, that's one of my pet peeves. I'm not enabling anyone. And so your safety net is not to create an environment or space where you're enabling, but you're allowing them to make choices and do the things so that, I mean, they can be their own individual person. I think we as parents, you get so fearful because all you want from your children are for them to be successful.
Yep.
And so you get scared by the choices that they make, and you think of how your mistakes or the things that you did, and you're trying to prevent them from that. And if you interfere too much, you also lessen the amount of resilience in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then too, they could also become resentful because they feel like you're trying to have me be you, and they're their own person.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I feel like
And that's tough.
it is really tough because you can't help but do it. And I have to sometimes remind myself of that as they make their decision. I say, well, you should, or but no, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
And so, I just think allowing them to do it their way, because no, it wouldn't be the way that I would do it.
There's different
But
circumstances too, though.
yeah, but it may work for them.
Yeah.
So I don't
Because,
know.
like when you think about parenting, I saw this post recently. People were saying, I think we made it easier for our kids. And then, that one that I said the other day was, if I knew my kids when I was a kid, I would think they were rich.
Yeah.
You know?
But I also think the world makes it easier for them.
Of course. But their first experience of the world is who?
It is us,
Yeah.
but I think even for our boys, some of the things that we say you can do or you can't do, and for Kahari, like some of his friends were able to, they did, we're like, we're not doing that. Spend a night. Like,
Mhm.
what? No. So, I just think just even school. Remember we had, was it round robin reading or whatever, where your teacher just chose you popcorn reading and
Yeah.
you had to read.
Yeah, they told me we
And
couldn't do that.
now they're like, no, we don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. You
Even
don't do the popcorn reading.
presentations. Kids don't have to do, they don't have to stand up and do presentations in front of the class.
So it's, so things are just a little bit easy. I will say, yeah, I don't know.
No, they're easier.
Yeah, for them compared to when we were in school. It's just, it was different.
Yeah, it's easier.
It was just different than it is for them now. And so even thinking of that as a parent, you have to adjust, because the way things were done for us, it's just not that same way for them. Yeah. So anywho, I think that's important. And that's what I learned, because I don't think we necessarily did that as the boys were making their decisions for school and where they wanted to go and what they wanted to do and all the things. And one of them ended up doing what he wanted to do regardless. And we really had to pack our patience, and let him figure it out.
Yeah.
And so that was challenging, but I didn't connect, like, we're always on the same page when it comes to parenting.
Mm-hmm.
There are times where I might be like, what you said? And he's like, calm down. Like, when it comes to the voice. And then vice versa, he may be like, what? And I'll be like, calm down.
But it don't mean we're not on the same page.
No, we are on the same.
Yeah.
I mean, we are, but it's like we.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. We're always on the same page,
because we're like, I may be feeling it.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, we can't say it right now.
No, but we
I understand.
Yeah, it's always a great balance of when I'm hyped.
Yeah, it's a good cop, bad cop. It's always a good cop, bad cop.
So we do that. We do that well together.
I don't think we've ever been bad cop, bad cop.
No, we've never been bad cop, bad cop. We always balance each other out in that way.
Yeah. Even when that time when he spent all that money, and I had just had my vasectomy.
Oh,
and he spent all that money
on Spider-Man.
On the iPad. How much was it?
Like $300-$400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was still recovering because Granny them had came.
No, that wasn't it.
That wasn't.
It was Kimani had gotten his ad.
Oh, his
Kimani got
adenoid.
his
Okay, I thought it
adenoids
was when
out.
I was a.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. Mm-mm. No, no, no. So yeah, so yeah. So I think that that is
it was
important.
the same apartment. That's right.
Uh-huh. So allow them to have their path.
But you,
Um,
like you said, but you still gotta have. It's like playing, like bowling. You kind of still gotta have the bumpers up a little
you
bit.
too.
Or like I ain't gonna say because bumpers is more safe. It's
Mm-hmm.
really safe.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you said, just putting a railing on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm not guiding you, not whatever. Yeah, you can still run up and come down and hurt yourself based on you, but there are some safety measures, and those were the lessons
Yes.
that we put in them, try to instill in them every
Yeah.
day.
I call it like empathy with expectation. So, like, we empathize that you are trying to figure this thing out,
Yeah,
but we still have expectations.
yeah.
So, you may not be
That's what
ready.
calls value. Those are called
Hmm.
those are called family values.
Yeah. So, you may not be ready to go to college, but you're not just going to, for us in our
Yeah,
home,
just, you can't do nothing.
you can't do nothing. You're going to have to do something. So, you can go get your part-time job, do something, but you got to do
You
something.
better pick up your amounts of chores you do around the house. I should never have to wash a dish.
No. Yeah.
You know, because if you're not going to, like, you ain't going to work and you ain't going to school, well,
Hmm.
this bad boy around here better be
Yeah.
giving us some, like, okay, well, he's doing.
That's the one thing I think about in school. Like, our boys are big introverts. One of them though, he gonna do what he needs. I mean, he's an introvert, but when it comes to like looking for a job, doing certain
Yeah,
things,
he's gonna do his thing.
he will survival. He go into more survival mode. But the introvert part, that's why I think even in schools, I know you don't want to do the popcorn read, but there still should be something to prepare them.
Yes.
So no, listen, Kahari. We're going to read aloud. You're the fifth reader. So be prepared when we get to the fifth person. It's going to be your turn, right? So I can prep you for it, but you still got to read aloud, right?
And I tell you, that anxiety.
Yeah. So
I had a girl break down in my class.
And cry because she had to read?
Yes, because she had to present.
Yeah.
She had to present. She broke down.
I just think we give them a little bit of something that they can do because they are the ones that are like, I had a friend share with me that her friend's son a graduate of college with a degree, taking his mother on a job interview with him. That, like, listen, we got to do something to combat that.
It's only going to get worse.
Right. And so that was one of the things for one of our sons was like finding a job and being able to go out on your own to find it and like that being so uncomfortable for him. And so, of course, empathy with expectation. Listen, I understand you are a little nervous about that. But guess what? If you don't have a job and you aren't doing the things, I don't know where you're getting gas money from. Because I'm not giving gas money to hang out with friends and you're not progressing or moving forward or growing as a person. And so it really took us kind of setting those boundaries and within the net to kind of make him a bit uncomfortable so that he could be comfortable doing things that you will have to do as a life skill. Right. So I just think as a parent, like those are how do you do those things so that your children are prepared to be adults and to be able to care for themselves and all those things. Like you cannot enable. So anywho, that is one of my things. I want you to be able to figure out your path, but I'm not going to enable in the process. I'm going to have empathy with expectations, set boundaries, and still be a net. But my goal is for you to at some point be a successful adult who can take care of yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. So what is one of your parenting things?
Oh man, what I learned the most. I understood why my parents worried. Or maybe it's just me because like I said, my anxiety for whatever reason has kicked in over the last couple of years, and little things like when they gotta drive and it's cold and icy or whatever. Like I think
I'll get
about those
nervous.
things. Yeah, um, something pop off in the at one school, and you be like, oh man, hope it don't pop off at our school, or it popped off, and you be like, y'all be careful when y'all go out there at night. And I be, what I'm saying, all these things that my dad would say, and I was like, man, dang, y'all know me, I'm very careful.
Yeah.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do this, I don't do that. I try to do everything right. And but also I know my boys, I believe it'll kick in instinctively, I pray, but I know they don't have that street savvy. You know what I'm saying? And so that worries me. But like I said, I see why. And so I think maybe my parents probably didn't think I was
Street
savvy enough. You know what I mean? But I'm probably the most alert out of all of my family members when it comes to paying attention to something popping off. But I definitely kind of understood why they worry. And it's almost like, and I don't want to say parenthood is a lifelong journey of worries, but I mean that in a lovingly way and not a stressful, faithful way. But I think that worry, because you are a parent. And no matter how old I get, no matter how old they get, there's still that age gap in between us when they were a baby. So they are forever my babies, whether they're grown babies or what. They're my lineage. And as Papa Bear, I'm supposed to protect. I'm supposed to be the person that they need when something's going down. If anything happens, they supposed to be like, oh, Pops, help, what you want, and I can fix it. But, I know we can't fix everything.
No, you don't want to fix everything.
No, you don't. But at the same time, you don't want to see
them suffer.
Yes, or struggle, even when you know that they're giving the effort that they have. And then like it goes back to saying we can't expect them to be like us. But it's like, where do you sit back and just say, all right, keep going, because you don't really know how much break somebody has in them, till they get to the point of it's just too much.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I do think the one thing that we made comfortable for the boys is that I think we made it comfortable enough where they feel that they can be emotional.
Yes.
And
because I wasn't going to have stone cold men.
No.
I don't believe in that.
Yeah, our boys, they don't, they're okay with kind of sharing. I know they don't share everything with us, but there have been moments where one of them will call and say they're having a bad day. Can they just talk? Or I know for me, I remember one time one of them was just kind of short and mouthy. And I said, wait a minute. I said, I just got home. So I know all of this is not about me. And I said, did you have a rough day at school? And he said, yes. And I go, well, listen, do you want a hug? And he said, yes. And I mean, he said and hugged and hugged and hugged on me. And so sometimes it's just like that part was we tried to just kind of have a conversation instead of saying, what the hell wrong with you? Who you think you're talking to?
I want them to never be afraid to ask for help or prayer. Because when I was young, I had Muddia, which was my dad's mom. And then I had my great-grandparents. And I could call Muddia and I said, Muddia, can you give me a prayer? She said, you all right? I said, yeah, I just need you to pray for me. And she would pray for me on the phone. And or I would go down there and I said, Muddia, you got some prayer oil? And she didn't question why. She just went and got it, and she would put it on my head, and then she would say a little prayer, put the little prayer cloth on me. And that was it. It was like an unspoken, conversation that I needed some comforting, but I didn't want to be sappy about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she didn't push it. And same thing with my great grandparents. I could just go over there and they would say, "How you doing?" I said, "Well, I've been better." You know what the old folks say, and they didn't question. She would just say, "Well, you want something? You want this? You want that?" You know, trying to give me something, food, or just, and every now and then just touch, you know, just give you a little comfort, and that will make it all better. So I hope that, and I know besides us, I would want them to have someone else, whether it's their godparents or, you know, even somebody like Deja, you know, that they could just call and be like, you know, just, how's everything going, man? Well, just tired. That they can get some kind of comforting solace from, I guess I should say. That's one concern that I have. Because they don't make them old folks like they used to.
Yeah.
You know, especially, you know, for my folks, I had, you know, when I say a village, you know, we had a village.
Yeah, y'all did.
Right there that I could reach out to.
And it's just not that way, you know.
Yeah.
Many places it's not that way. People move and do the things. So it's not like having your family all on one street or at least in the same city or
not until we went alive.
That sort of thing.
Then we built our compound. And I bought my ticket too.
And
I bought you a ticket.
And then he said he wants a family compound until he get it. Then he's like, how I'm gonna get these people,
it's gonna be
people off my compound.
It's gonna be big. So that way I ain't gotta see them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I ain't gotta see them. And
we
gonna have a what's the name to our side though?
What?
A gate.
Oh, they can't come in.
No.
Oh Lord, what? That is not the point. That is not the point of a compound.
It is. You gotta have your gates.
Okay.
You gotta have property lines.
Y'all tell me, is that the purpose of a compound? That one compounder has a gate, and so people have to request access to him.
But I'm the
You the king?
No, not the king. I'm the financier.
You're the dictator.
I'm the financier.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if I'm the financier, I have to make sure.
All right, so family that was thinking y'all gonna come live on the financier's compound, y'all, here what he gonna do. He gonna gate you out. He building a wall.
No, don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
No building no walls.
Just kidding.
Don't put me in that phrase. But no, I would, you know, have my little gate right there.
All right, gate.
Yeah.
All right.
Then they can buzz in.
Okay.
Hey, brother, what's going on?
Okay.
What's up, cuz? Yeah,
Lord have mercy, child.
Yeah. And they jump the fence. Watch what happens.
Oh, no. Y'all may not want to come live on his compound.
I'm going to put my goats on.
I may not even want to be on the compound.
I'm going to put my goats on them.
I might be in my she shed outside the gate.
With my goats.
Yeah.
I'm getting some goats.
Okay, well, now
I want the fainting goats.
Then I'm definitely, listen, I'm not going outside to be fooling with no goats. So I might
fainting goats?
Listen, this will be the first compound where the husband and wife each have their own house because I'm not.
Y'all hear the one of the most countryest people up here is talking about.
Listen, I might sound country, but that's all.
She Midwest country.
I might sound country, but I'm not doing no fainting goats in my yard.
That's get a discount.
No.
A USDA loan. When you have goats.
Not in my yard.
You like curry goat?
They need to be way out. But
yeah, they're not just gonna be right there.
When I come out to get into my car or to do what I'm going to do, I do not plan on passing no goats.
Unless we got to train one. If we got to train one, it's like having a dog.
You're about to make me say a word to you.
Because they do goat yoga.
No, you're about to give me.
I ain't doing goat yoga. Because they be seeing what they be doodling on people's back. I ain't doing that.
No.
But we can get a nice little goat.
No.
A duck.
No. I don't even want a dog.
Yeah, you're right. That might be why a dog ain't feeling good today.
I didn't do anything with Cinnabon. That has nothing to do with me.
Anyway. So.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to this weekend? Because you know this is a 3-day weekend.
I know.
And the weather's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a little bit of rain, though.
Is that not amazing for you? Miss Don't Go Nowhere?
Well, but the thing is, we have guests coming this weekend. So
yeah, I'm going to put the grill under the patio.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a little rain, but I don't know. I just look forward to my biggest thing for the weekends, and especially a 3-day weekend, is being able to wake up when my body wakes up. That is a gift. To wake up when my body wakes up, not with an alarm, but just when my
That'd be
body
about 10, 11
says,
o'clock. You know, I be,
that's not
hey,
true.
about 7 o'clock,
It just depends on what we did the
7,
night before, but typically I'm up
7
by
o'clock in the
9.
morning,
I'm up by
it's an
9.
alarm that be ready to go off at 7
Listen,
o'clock.
and that's it because my
But
natural
her body
body,
be asleep.
it's sleep because that
So
is the
I have to put my alarm on snooze.
because
Yep.
that is my gift of waking up when my body says wake up. So that's what I look forward to mostly on the weekend. But I mean, we don't have any big plans. We might do a winery. We're gonna do some grilling. Some Key's gonna make his bussin' ribs. So
And some
we'll have
chicken
those
wings.
chicken wings and whatever else we decide to do
I
for
think I want to make some dirty cabbage.
Sunday. I saw that recipe you sent
Yeah.
up some. That's so funny you say something about dirty cabbage because my mama today said she had her new cabbage recipe. She's like, "Y'all come for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna make it." And so she told me what was in it. And I said, well, she says, first you fry up the bacon, then you take the bacon out, then
Mm.
you do something else, take that out, then put the cabbage in, then put everything back in. I'm gonna make that for y'all. I said, well, I said, well, Key won't be able to eat it. But y'all can eat it. I said, well, I
Oh,
guess he gonna have to figure out his own cabbage, baby.
yes, sir. I'll make me a blooming cabbage.
Anywho, so yeah, so she's excited about making that. She said that's her new dish and it is delicious.
I'm gonna make me a blooming cabbage then.
So, what are you looking forward to for the weekend?
3-day weekends, it's gonna be good. Like the weather is I love this kind of this break where it's kind of fall is coming.
Yeah.
It's still warm outside, but it's not uncomfortable.
No, the mornings feel so good.
Yeah, good breeze. So of course I'll probably cut my grass again. And then I gotta marinate my meats. So I gotta go to Costco. I gotta come to you and get some chicken wings. 1 pack of real, because the pack of real is it 2 slabs in there?
Yeah, there are 2 slabs in there.
Yeah, and I cut them in half. So, and then I'm good on my seasoning, but they might have something I might need. But that's really it. Like I need it. Like I honestly do need a mental break. Because this week has been, like I said, trying for me with, we're starting to do testing. And so, doing the small group testing with the, and being a co-taught teacher now as opposed to having my own classroom in PE. So I got to prepare, IEPs and data for other case managers getting ready to do their IEPs. And so it's just a lot of stress. It's like, and a lot of listening, to the inner thoughts, inner speakings of God saying, I got this is a purpose. I know it's a purpose. I'm not stressing it, because I know why I'm in this position, but I'm in this position. You know what I'm saying?
Because sometimes I think some certain things may not be specifically your choice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But
I need where I'm at. I need this because it allows me. I'm not required to coach.
Yeah.
And I can do my internship when it's time. My intern hours immediately after work and my practicum hours. So it's the perfect situation. But it's just
new.
Right. It's new. And so much has changed since 8 years ago when I did this, or maybe was it 8 or maybe 9 years ago when I did this last. And the demand is like boom, boom, with no understanding. Because the people that are making the decisions on what we should do in a classroom and how we are to offer services are 9 times out of 10 people who've never been in a classroom setting like that. Especially when you got more support kids in the classroom than you have regular kids in the classroom. That's an issue. And so, especially when you're not teaching the topic. Like I don't, I know world geography. I know what they call it, zoology, not zoology, y'all. Because Z-O, then ology.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I'm a smart person, but it's not what I went to school for. It's not what I study every day.
Mm-hmm.
So when the teacher's teaching, I'm up there like this, like a kid taking notes. But I still have to pay attention to make sure, I prompt my students, hey, you got that? You need help with it? You need to highlight that? You need a graphic organizer right now?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this okay? You need to take a 5-minute, get my mind together break. It's all that I have to do on top of making sure I know, because nothing makes you feel bad when the kid asks you a question. You be like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not afraid to say I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still like, dang, this is, and they looking at me, how the hell you think I'm going to get an A if Dr. Hare don't know the answer to this question?
Well, I get what you're saying, but I also understand the fact that you are in a different content areas that is not even the
But knowing me,
expectation should not be that you know all the things.
no, but I'm saying, but you know me. Anything I want to do, what I want to do.
Well, you need to calm yourself down.
I know. That's what I said. I know that.
Okay.
But it's still not.
Well, listen, you get it together.
It still don't mean I'm not gonna feel that way until I get myself out of that way.
Get it together.
That's why I've been meditating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the other M in tatings.
You need to.
But I can tell you what, yesterday when I got up,
I
had a great day yesterday.
Okay.
I wonder what was a little different.
Maybe your meditation. Anywho, next topic.
So I appreciate you.
Yeah. Next topic.
The doctor said,
next.
I'm just telling you what the doctor
topic.
said. The doctor said, take one in the morning.
Next topic.
And one at night. And as needed. He said, especially in the weekend, you want to make sure it's kind of like taking a steroid pack. You flood your body with it. That's what he said.
Okay.
That's the medication.
Okay.
All right. So let's do a side eye of the week. Is there anything this week that gave you a side, oh Lord, or oh Keith Lahair, you'll never believe this?
Yes.
Or Lord, or child.
Well, let me tell you about this lady.
Okay.
I'm on my way to work, right? On my way to work, there's this 1-lane road. So I get into the 1-lane road. And so I noticed as I was getting over to get in the 1-lane road, it was plenty of space to get behind this car because the other car behind it, the Jeep, was a little ways behind it. Anywho, didn't think anything of it. So as we get ready to go, this car, like the speed is 45 miles per hour. This car is doing like 20, 25. I was like, oh, I wonder if something's wrong with the car. It didn't look like anything was wrong with it. And I was like, maybe something wrong with the car. So I kind of slowed down a bit because I thought maybe they're going to have to pull over, put on, No, that was not what was wrong, y'all.
What was wrong?
Not a damn thing. So I'm driving behind. So now listen, I am a fast driver. So once I realized,
heavy foots.
So I go, and I guess whoever this little person was felt like I was on their bumper. So then they try to stop real hard. I was like, oh, so this is what y'all, you playing games.
Yep.
This is in a morning work traffic. People trying to get to work. I mean, it's a line of people behind me. So then as we get up through the 1 lane and then there's the opportunity to turn left, she take her little raggedy self, gets over into the left lane and then speeds off real fast. And I just thought, I did call her the B word, y'all. But then I said, Lord, I said, you know what? I said, something has to be
bad, horrible
for
her to act that way.
Mm-hmm. Like the spirit of her. I mean, just horrible to think this morning, knowing people are trying to get to work, that I'm just gonna drive 25
Yeah.
miles per hour and then stop on my brakes and do all these things just to piss people off this morning and just to be an ass. And so I was like, oh, I did honk, and then I said, "Oh, Kira be telling me not to do that
Yeah, don't honk. Because
but
people crazy.
I did honk, and then I said, "Oops, well, I already did it." But yeah, that to me, I was like, "What? Why? What is the why behind that? Like, what made you wake up and feel like that's what you wanted
Yeah,
to
that's horrible.
do
I hate when people
to
do that.
people?" And so, yeah, that really just
Grind your gears.
it tied my head. And anywho, I just said, well, I guess I'll just thank the Lord that I'm not in. I don't know what that woman is going through, but I'm not going through the same thing. So that was my thing. What was your thing?
I'm trying to find this word. What is the word where, like I can't, I lose my mind in sounds. Like what is my pet peeve? Like that'll make me lose my mind. And I've always said it, but TikTok has blasted it over. If I hear this sound, I'm turning the TikTok off. Or I don't care how much information a person has. If I hear this sound that goes on in someone's house, I'm done.
It's the chirp of the
Smoke detector.
Smoke detector.
Because remember, that time we had that cabin, and I honestly had to dismantle the smoke detector because they had a bad battery in there and then leave us one. And so,
and it seemed like everybody, about 75% of people on TikTok, they need a battery for their
smoke detector. Right.
Anywho.
And so, but I've always felt that way.
Yes,
like
always.
It drives me in freaking. I don't care if you're saying, bro, here's $1 million ticket, but you got to play these numbers. 17, 25. Beep. I'm out. I'm not even going to hear the rest of the numbers.
I'll stay.
You probably would, but I couldn't. But anyway, I'm in the sauna, and this brother gets in there.
He got a smoke detector with him?
No, child. He should have had a smoke detector.
I'm trying to figure out what the beep is.
No, I can't stand like unnecessary sounds. Like
okay.
Smacking.
Okay. What was he doing?
He was chewing gum in the sauna. And in the sauna, some people, they kind of breathing heavy. So he going.
You should have said, brother, that gum good, huh?
No, because fight somebody, we both half naked and slick with sweat. That might be a ditty for him, no doubt. So God. I was like, no. And I was trying to, and I had just finished meditating.
Yeah.
And so all of it just went down the drain. And I was like, I got another 15 more minutes in the sun. I did 10 minutes meditation. And he...
Oh, no.
And I was like, then I looked over at him. It's like, I was like, no, he really chewing open wide.
His mouth was like that too? Oh my gosh.
And so that right there was my side eye. Because I just, I hate that. Like, even when kids do that at school, and they chewing real loud, or when people put their whole mouth on the bottle.
Yeah.
Like the bottle, you're supposed to put, your lip supposed to pierce in. Yeah, your top lip goes inside the bottle, not over the bottle like that. You can't tell me nothing. If you drink a soda like that, then
I will say this guy has a lot of pet peeves.
Yes, I do. I have a lot, and we'll do that as a show, ick day.
Yes,
but that one thing that don't chew like that. And even in my classroom, I tell my kids, I say, you can chew gum, but what can't you do in my class? You can't pop it, or you can't be chewing with your mouth.
Sometimes I do that. I have to catch myself.
Sometimes. When it comes to gum, that's how I know this relationship. Because chewing gum, my Lord.
Anywho.
My Lord. Well, that's my ick. Well, not my ick. That's my side eye of the week. All right. So, well, that's pretty much it for this week. Next week, what do you want to talk about next week? Anybody got anything you want to talk about? But look, I ain't gonna say next week because by the time this comes out, like we've already hit the next week's episode. You know what I'm saying? So we try to keep one in the can, two in the can, what we need to, two in the can.
Two in the can.
So that way we pre-program it to come out and then boom. Anything? Oh, and by the time y'all see this episode, I would have celebrated my birthday.
Yeah.
Yes,
What do you want to do for your birthday?
My birthday's on a Wednesday.
I know, but we don't have to celebrate. I mean, what do you want to do to celebrate it? Like, it doesn't have to
Well, on my birthday?
No, I mean, what do you want?
The greatest gift of all
is what?
Is you on my birthday. That's the greatest gift. But I'm good, man. I was trying to think, is there anything in particular that I want? No. I need some glasses, but I'm thinking about the Ray-Ban Metas. So Ray-Ban, if y'all want to send your boy some glasses, I have progressive vision, so I gotta have the bifocals, but you know, all that kind of stuff too. But also Apple is having an Apple event soon. Or they've already had it by the time y'all hear this episode though. And I think the new AirPod 3s are coming out. And I wasn't even thinking about them.
What's so special about them?
It's just a new AirPod. But I wasn't thinking about them. Listen, and this is real talk. Because I was like, my AirPods are bomb. They holding up. They doing everything they need to do.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not buying none of those. But then all of a sudden, the last 2 or 3 days, they start popping. You know, normally when they start popping, that means they've gotten too much water.
That is Apple.
Look, it could be Apple.
Apple does that every time. Every time.
It could be. Listen,
something new gets ready to come
I'm
out.
Just saying,
all the old stuff start acting funny.
It could be Apple or Crapple. But what I do know, saying, when they go down, what's my option? You see what I'm saying? I'm going to get
he got lots of options, y'all. Let me tell y'all something that this person has a lot of.
Hold on. But everyone has a purpose. My headphones have a purpose. My Apple AirPods are when I'm working out, all that other crazy stuff, because I can move my head and they don't fall out at all.
Okay.
The other ones are for like the Sonys. That's for my deep studying because those are noise canceling, and I grind when I got those on.
What else you got?
That's the only ones.
I beg to differ. I am sure if I go look, you have more than just 2 sets.
Those are the only ones. Those are the only ones.
Okay.
They are.
Okay.
Besides the ones we got on my head.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Those are the only ones.
Anywho to do.
And look, she always talking about what I don't need. And then as soon as I get it and she experienced it, she's like, it's not bad.
I probably don't need it either.
This is great. This works perfectly.
I don't need it.
This is everything I need and more.
I probably don't need it just the same way he didn't need it. I mean,
but when I get
there's so many things in the world that we could have don't necessarily mean we need.
But there's so many things that I have that someone said I didn't need or I shouldn't have, and they wind up using it to the point where it's like, this is amazing.
What did I use of that? That's yours that I used.
The Peloton tread.
That's
okay. The Peloton bike.
Okay, first of all,
hold on, but okay, no, we're just saying. So, are those things that you did like you do really enjoy using? I
do, however.
Okay, that's all there's no however.
To end.
There's no however.
And then we're going to close out for today.
Oh, now she want to close out because got him.
No, he didn't get me.
Do whatever you want.
He wanted these things. Now, this is what happens. He'll get them. I won't use them. And then he literally begs. Begs me to try them. So it is not that he gets it, then all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get on his little tread thing. Oh, I'm just gonna get on his little Peloton.
I have to
he
beg
literally
because
is
of
like,
the fact that she is so adamant that I didn't need it, that she don't want to fool with it. But I'm like, if you just try it, you will understand why it's important to have.
No,
so go ahead, keep going.
So
I just wanted to clarify that part.
So that's what he does. So then he pretty much forces me on the device.
Okay, and then once you get on the device, how are the emotions about the device?
Then I will say that I do like both of the devices. However,
y'all heard of DJing? But I like
both of the devices.
Yes.
However, do I need them? No. I mean, we have gym memberships. I mean,
child, don't even. Okay. Well, for someone that don't always talk about, I don't like going to the gym, I want to go to the gym. Okay. This has been the Refreshingly Normal podcast.
I don't need to go.
I am your host, Kifla, and this is I don't know who this person is next to me, but thank y'all for participating. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for tuning in.
He just wants to be right, but he's wrong.
No, I'm
wrong.
Fellas,
I tell you,
I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be an episode, fellas.
He's wrong.
Happy or right? I'd rather be happy than right, and that's how
he wants to be right. That's why he's trying to wrap it up. But he's wrong.
I'd rather be happy than right.
Obviously, he'd rather be here, knuckle sandwich.
And that's what makes the marriage work.
Knuckle sandwich.
Be happy than right.
Because he talking about happy, but he just want to be right.
Ain't worried about keeping score.
Anywho.
So we will see y'all when we see y'all. Thank you for tuning in to the Refreshingly Normal podcast. I am Kifla.
And I am Lucrecia.
And we will see y'all when we see you. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
The Refreshingly Normal podcast